Which was the most dangerous animal of the Ice Age? The Ice Age, a dark era when much of the Earth was covered in massive sheets of ice, and humanity faced the harshest side of nature. Unlike today's world, temperatures in many regions made survival nearly impossible. Yet the cold alone wasn't the deadliest threat. The true danger lurked in the shadows. Giant predators ruling the frozen lands. Scientists researching this era still chase one big question: which was the most dangerous animal of the Ice Age? Mammoths, saber-toothed cats, giant bears, scale lions, even the massive short-faced bears exceeding 3 meters in height. Each one was deadly in its own way, but which one was really the most dangerous? Which animal threatened the destiny of humankind the most? To find the answer, we must return to the wild world of the Ice Age, a time when humans survived with nothing but stone tools, fire, and the unity of their tribe. Saber-toothed cat, one of the most iconic symbols of the Ice Age, it had two upper canine teeth about 28 centimeters long, shaped like daggers. Its muscular body was far stronger than modern big cats, and its shoulder height reached up to 1.2 meters. With a single leap, it could knock a human to the ground. However, Smilodon wasn't very fast. It relied on ambush attacks with wild ways hidden in forest or tall grass and strike at the weakest moment of its prey. This made it deadly for humans, but it had a disadvantage: it wasn't effective in long-distance chases. The giant cave lion, much larger than a modern African lion, its shoulders height reached 1.4 meters and its weight easily exceeded 300 kilograms. Unlike Simlodon, it was fast, durable, and hunted in groups. The most dangerous scenario for a Homo sapiens was this: think around the campfire at night when suddenly a pack of 6-7 cave lions emerges from the darkness. This was one of the humanity's greatest fears. Mammoths and woolly rhinos, tucked herbivores, mammoths could attack like tanks when provoked. A single strike from an adult mammoth could tear a human apart. Woolly rhinos were known for their aggression and power. However, humans could often avoid them, so they weren't usually the deadliest predators. The giant short-faced bear, an adult male short-faced bear, could reach over 3.5 meters when standing. It could run up to 60 kilometers hours, hook fast, and extremely aggressive. Scientists believe this bear species was among the deadliest threats to humans in North America. It had strong carnivorous tendencies and likely followed human settlements. The Ice Age's hidden predator, the cave leopard, larger and stronger than the modern African leopard, could climb trees, stalk silently, and attack in a single lightning-fast strike. The worst scenario for a human walking in the forest at night, never hearing the predator that silently jumps from the darkness. Yet the question remains: all these predators were deadly, so which one was the most dangerous? Why does this question matter? Because during the Ice Age, humanity slowly spread across the world. As early human groups expanded from Africa to Europe, Asia, and the Americas, they had to fight not only the climate but also death, giant predators. One particular species was powerful enough to halt human expansion. In some regions, people even changed their migration routes to avoid them. Archaeological evidence showed that early humans kept fires burning at cave entrances, never slept without guards, and lived with constant fear, especially at night. This proves how rarely the danger was. The, the predator humans feared the most. When archaeologists, anthropologists, and paleontologists compare all available data, they often reach this shared conclusion. The most dangerous animal of the Ice Age was the cave lion. However, they had an important clarification. But in one-on-one combat, the deadliest was the short-faced bear. So the answer splits into the two parts. Most dangerous to groups of humans. The cave lion, deadliest in a one-on-one encounter. The giant short-faced bear. To understand why, we must look at their behavior. Why the cave lion? They hunted in groups. Cave lions, like modern lions, were social hunters, but larger and more organized at one archaeological site. Evidence shows more than 30 humans killed in a single attack by a lion pack. They followed human activity. Cave lions watched human hunting grounds and attacked whenever the opportunity arose. Primitive weapons were nearly useless. Early humans used stone-tipped spears. These weapons were almost useless agents. A pack of lions. You could scare off one lion, not six or seven. Masters of terror at night. Humans sealed cave entrances with stones, kept fires burning, and established guard shifts, all because of lions. Thus, in scientific literature, the cave lion is considered the greatest predator shaping early human survival. Why was the short-faced bear the deadliest in one-on-one combat? Gigantic size. A bear standing over 3.5 meters tall could crush a human with a single swipe. Expansional speed, reaching 60 km/h, despite its size, was astonishing. Territorial and aggressive nature. Short-faced bears were more aggressive than modern bears. They attacked not only for food, but even just for defending their territory. They approached human camps. Fossils show they frequently approached human settlements, likely attracted by the smell of food. This made them the worst nightmare for solitary humans or small hunting groups. Strategies humans used to survive as predators. In the Ice Age, humans relied more on their intelligence than brute strength. Some survival strategies included keeping the fire alive. At night, the fire was never allowed to die. It was the only thing that kept predators away. To setting camps in high places. Caves on elevated terrain were preferred for protection from lions. Narrow cave and entrances offered advantages against bears, tree pits and traps. Humans used deep pits to trap large animals or avoid them. For moving in groups, walking alone was the most guaranteed death. Tribes that stayed together survived longer. How does predator shape human evolution? Ice Age humans group that survived were quicker decision makers, better strategists, more organized. Some anthropologists believe cave lions and, and giant bears even changed human social structure. Night watches, camp systems, migration timing, and child protection methods may have all evolved due to predator pressure. One theory states our communication and cooperation skills strengthened because giant predators forced us to work together. This may have played a crucial role in humanity's success story. The final verdict, the Ice Age most dangerous animal. Considering fossil records, predator behavior, and archaeological evidence, most dangerous to human communities. Cave lion, deadliest for a lone human, short-faced bear. One thing is certain, humanity battled death, colossal creatures for thousands of years. We survived by improving our tools, strategies, and social cooperation. Eventually, many of the species went extinct, but humans endured. The deadly genes of the Ice Age are gone, but the fear they once brought is still painted on cave walls, carved in bones, and preserved in ancient stories. And they left us a single lesson: to survive strange is nothing. You need intelligence, unity, and courage.